So good news, everybody. Khanna is making us proud yet again. He's sticking to his principles and being boldly anti-war, even though politics sometimes makes for strange bedfellows. He's saying, I don't care about that. I care about the policy. So take a look at this. As President Trump arrives in Hanoi, Vietnam, Representative Khanna, along with 18 Democratic members of Congress, have introduced a resolution calling for a final settlement of the Korean War, now officially in its 68th year. The resolution, which is backed by former President and Nobel Peace Laureate Jimmy Carter and a range of Korean American and pro-diplomacy organizations, urges the Trump administration to provide a clear roadmap to achieve a final peace settlement while highlighting the importance of reciprocal actions and confidence-building measures between the parties. Historic engagement between South and North Korea has created a once-in-a-generation opportunity to formally end this war, said Representative Khanna, a member of the House Armed Services Committee. President Trump must not squander this rare chance for peace. He should work hand-in-hand with our ally, South Korean President Moon Jae-in, to bring the war to a close and advance towards the denuclearization of the peninsula. Current original co-sponsors include Pramila Jayapal, Mark Pocan, Barbara Lee, Deb Haaland, Ilhan Omar, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Eleanor Holmes Norton, Jan Schakowsky, Raul Grijalva, Bobby Rush, Eddie Bernice Johnson, Tulsi Gabbard, Adriano Espaillat, Andy Kim, Rashida Tlaib, Judy Chu, and Jose Serrano, and Gwen Moore. I want to give all of them credit because this is wonderful. So basically what this is 18 Democrats standing up and saying, okay, listen, we're supposed to be the anti-war party. In this one rare, super rare issue, because he's escalating elsewhere, Trump is going, okay, fine, let's make some sort of a peace deal with North Korea. And this is Democrats going, I'll take it. I'll take it. What do you mean? Of course. Absolutely. Let's do it. So they're proposing legislation that buttresses that. And listen, here's what I would say to the other Democrats who are not on board with this. You're frauds. So that's harsh, but you're not issues-based. And that's my main beef that I have with politicians outside of the corruption, because that's another long conversation and different story for a different day. But you're supposed to care about actual issues. You're supposed to have principled beliefs. So, for example, raise the minimum wage, being pro-worker, being pro-union, that's principled belief. If a Republican president randomly says, I'm going to support card check and a living wage, if you flip on that, you're a fraud. You're just a partisan hack. So here we have Khanna standing by his principles. He's anti-war. He's pro-peace. And he's saying, I don't care that Trump is pursuing this. Let's do it. Let's do it. So there's 18 co-sponsors. And it's a lot of the usual suspects in terms of the awesome politicians. I hope every other Democrat jumps on board with this. Because it doesn't matter if you give a president a symbolic victory. What matters is that you're on the right side of history and you're doing the right thing. And I got news for you. It's actually not true that, if Trump does this, he'll get all the credit and that's that. Well, no. If the Democrats are pushing it, and more Democrats push it than Republicans in the House, well, then the reality just got a lot more complicated, didn't it? You have weird cross-partisan issue here where the Republican president randomly agrees with the Democratic congresspeople and the Republicans are standing with their fucking weapons manufacturers and against peace and with the neocons and the deep state. And, hey, it's weird. Politics does make for strange bedfellows, but it is what it is. And take wins where you can get them. Take yes for an answer. It's like when Rand Paul when Ron Paul and Bernie Sanders used to work together. It's like, yeah, they disagree on everything when it comes to economics and domestic policy, but they agree on foreign policy and they agree on drug policy, so why not work together on those issues? So this is great. Credit to Khanna. It's great to know that there are some Democrats who are not partisan hacks, and they actually care about the issues. And that's important, man. That really is, because you don't understand how much people like myself and many of you lose hope in the system when, if Trump randomly stumbles on something decent, let's pull out a TPP, and then Democrats are all of a sudden all pro-TPP, it's like, what are we even doing politics for? It's such a waste of time. You're all hacks and corrupt idiots. But on issues like this, it's like, oh shit, yes. We got Democrats to stand principled on an issue, and randomly Trump fell onto the proper position of an issue. I'm not saying he thought through it. I'm not saying he's intelligent to get to that conclusion. He just happened to stumble on it, probably based off of his anti-Obamaism. But I don't care. I'll take it. So let's work towards peace. Let's work towards ending the war. And let's be principled on all the issues. And then, by the way, you'll find out when you do that, people actually like you. People actually like you if you do that, and you become really popular. And that's why Ro Khanna is probably one of the most famous members of Congress now, because he's been consistently pushing for the proper side of issues, and now he's one of the most well-known. Turns out when you're bold and you're brave and you stand on principle, you end up gaining a following, and rightfully so.